or Nah. My name is Levi, and this is my sister Yana. We'll be going to do a YouTube video.
And we have no undies.
Yeah, I want you to.
No undies.
Shush. Are you laughing because we're talking to 40 people?
You have to start somewhere, my boy. Well, I knew why you put gambler, because you just want to pull up my history. Look at him. He's like, did you
know your dad used to gamble?
No.
You don't even know what gamble is.
Yeah, it's when you win money.
Yeah.
Like,
That's good.
I think
winning money's good.
Anyway, it's not about our history and our past. Levi already knows about my past.
one time on an ad that said 45 million.
Next time you see like a gambling ad or a lottery ad, watch your dad's eye will start twitching.
Do not put this on that channel.
Welcome back to Yeah or Nah. I'm Jedi,
I'm Jerome.
and this is video 2 of
Week 1.
Okay, video 2.
No,
week.
project 1.
Okay, this is video 2,
Yes.
and it's week 1 of project 1.
That's right.
Okay.
We've still got a
Now
full
the
12
pressure's
We've
on.
still got a full 12 weeks.
Yeah, but
We
the
still
pressure's
have it
still
for
on.
12 weeks.
12.
12 weeks, plenty
12
of time.
weeks.
We did a little bit of work earlier, trying to come up with the ideas, but today, really keen to talk you through some techniques that that people use, that I've used before, and with the purpose of helping people get creative.
Okay, so creativity. Define creativity.
Well, the first part in coming up with a business idea, I mean, I guess the hardest part.
Define
No,
creativity.
you define creativity. You're creative. I'm not really creative. That's what people say. That's an example of.
Yeah, well, that's why I say define it, because everyone is really. Well, are they?
I think they were, and it slowly gets pushed out of them as they go through life. So finish this sentence. People would be more creative if. Is that,
Does
is
it
that
need,
what you think?
do I get time to think about
Yeah,
it?
you get time to
Okay.
think about it. So people would be more creative if.
They were doing what they enjoyed every day.
Okay, that's not the answer that I thought was going to come out.
What did you think?
Well, not that what I thought was going to come out. That often does come out is if they thought like a child.
My wife would say that I think like a child.
Yeah, so people would be more creative if they thought like a child. Creativity wanes, it disappears as we mature.
That's why I'm so creative.
Because
you lose creativity as you mature. That's all I'm going to say.
so a lot of that comes down to lack of practice, because you don't practice being creative. You don't. Another thing is that often people fear being wrong, and so when you start being creative and you start putting out some ideas that might seem a bit out there, people feel like you might be
so
wrong.
personal.
Yeah, and then you don't want to put it out there, or you don't. You feel discouraged to do that, because as you go through school, you're taught that if you're wrong, it's negative, and then you go through, you get reprimanded, or you go through work and the same thing, you do something wrong, and so that whole system sort of
Are you
draws.
against education now?
No,
Just school.
just school. No, this is about how life gets creativity and sort of pushes it out of you. So. Logic, reason, and facts. That's what we're taught in school, and creativity doesn't really have a place at that point. So
Is that, so where did you get that from? Did you just make that up?
no, that's based on research of companies that go out and help people come up with ideas and help them be creative, help them innovate, help them go do design thinking. So looking at problems, looking at products, and improving them.
The importance of being creative is what?
So that you can come up with those amazing ideas.
To
If you
solve
don't already have
problems,
solve problems, or a business idea. If you don't have a business idea, start with trying to open up your mind and be a bit more creative in your thinking. So we're going to go through a couple of exercises, do a couple of things, try some things. Hopefully you go along with it and see if it opens your mind up, gets you thinking a bit more creatively, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture. Okay.
Sun. Spider. It's a spider. It's a spider. Is this what we're doing?
Well, you
Is
kind
this an
of
exercise?
just jumped into it.
Oh.
Yeah, what would you say that is?
You know, when a spider is hanging from its web, that's what that's doing, but it's upside down.
Let's bring in our guests. I want you to tell me what you see here.
Spider.
What do you think it is?
What kind of
What could it be?
what kind of insect does
What could it be? Don't try and
Is
look
it-
creative.
Is it insect?
No, there's nothing that.
Okay,
what
what
do
about this?
you
What
think
type
it
of spider is it?
A man with
Spider-Man.
spiky hair.
A man with spiky hair. What else could it be?
A sun on a stick. A hairy cherry.
Anything else? Tell me, what else could it be?
A stick poking out of the ground with
Yeah.
a spider on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
That's the correct answer.
tiring.
All the other ones were wrong.
I was trying to get you to think of it being a spider, but it wasn't actually anything in particular. It was just what I drew. The thing that I normally would have done if we didn't have a child in the room is that I would have asked you to then think as a child, what do you see? When you tell them to think as a child, they start to think a bit more beyond the norm. So they'll start saying something like a hairy cherry or the sun on a stick. And the first thing we did was laugh at it. But if other children would be here, they would probably go, yeah, hairy cherry. So if we can start to think as a child when we're looking at solving a problem, coming up with a business idea, and you
Can we
look
use
through
hairy
the
cherry?
eyes. What? So the point being, kids are more creative. When you start looking at a problem that you're facing, you're wanting to design a product, you're wanting to come up with a business idea, to help you think creatively, start pretending that you're a child. Look through the eyes of someone else. That's one of the ideation exercises that we do when we're looking at solving a problem. So we'll have the problem in front of us, and then I'll say, look through the eyes of Beyonce, or look through the eyes of Bob the Builder, or look through the eyes of Tesla. And one of the big ones is looking through the eyes of a child, because that gets us thinking way outside the box, and it makes those dumb ideas seem okay because you're thinking like a child. Maraito Beach is infested with sharks.
Yeah.
How do we solve the problem? Look, tell me through the eyes of a child.
You get a big ass screen that is waterproof, put it under the water, and you play Baby Shark, and all the baby sharks will like it, and they'll go, and then all the parents will follow the baby sharks.
But only because you look through the eyes of a child. Now you have to try and see the viability of the idea. Some of these ideas will be so extreme, but then it's about looking at the idea and thinking, well, actually, could we put something in the water that attracts sharks away from the beach?
Yeah, baby
because
shark.
that's ultimately what you're saying by looking through the eyes of a child. You're saying put the screen in the water, play Baby Shark, and it attracts these sharks. But if we took it into real terms and made it a viable idea, we would say,
That is my viable idea.
well, now we've got to think outside of being a child and go,
I
okay,
wasn't.
now,
That's what I would do. What would you do?
what would you do? Tell us.
I would get people and then
And feed them to the sharks.
no, and then you have guns and you have like blood pellets in them,
Oh, yeah.
and then you shoot it, and then it'll go all the way to the another beach, and then
And
they'll
the sharks will smell it and go there.
yeah.
Similar concept to your Baby Shark.
Yeah, but the
screen
baby shark one is a bit
attracting.
more realistic.
So that is one activity that you can do when you're thinking about something, or I guess it's not necessarily an activity, it's a way of thinking.
Coming up with an idea like that is really easy, and it's even fun
Yeah.
to think of a silly, childish idea.
Yeah.
Anyone can do that, and then you refine it, and then you come up with an actual viable idea. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of the time, when I'm thinking of business ideas, I'm sitting thinking about deep and intricate things of trying to solve a problem.
Yeah. We make it quite light and fun.
If you're interested in more techniques or tools to help bring out creativity, help you develop an idea, jump in the comments section and put this emoji there, and we will get in touch with you and send you the resource that we have. Okay, so business ideas. We've got 12 weeks to launch a business that we are developing an idea for right now. So what we've done is we've put together a template. We've come up with a set of criteria. You can add your own if you're using this template. Within those criteria, we give them a score. At the end, we get an average for that score, and then we're using that average score to more or less decide whether or not we want to do this.
And this is not necessarily the highest score wins. This is prioritizing the top ideas, and then there's a bit of gut feel, I think, that needs to be brought into the equation as well.
Yeah. Now, if you want this template, I want you to comment this emoji in the comment section, and we'll get that out to you.
Yeah, so we're focusing on, I guess, the top 3, possibly 4 ideas, and then we're going to use some other tools to help us get that down to 1 over the coming days.
When I look at that, there's still an idea to me that sticks out above the highest ranking.
Yeah, and I think that's natural, because there is a bit of gut feel and stuff that we need to put into this equation, and that's where it kind of gets a bit of it will get a bit challenging. But there are other tools that help us decide whether or not it lines up with who we are and what we're about and all of that sort of stuff, which is sometimes what makes us think, I like that idea better than the one that's on the top. because the other one on the top is based on logic and reason, and the other one is based on something else, emotion and heart and passion and stuff.
Which is as important.
Yeah,
if not more.
absolutely.
So hopefully you can take something away from that. We're still very much in the process of this ideation and coming up with this business idea, which, as we promised, we would do within the 12-week time frame,
it is.
which makes it a little bit harder. But 12 weeks is easier than 11 weeks.
It is easier than... The support's been amazing from friends and family, but also from all of those that we haven't even met. It's pretty awesome. On all our channels, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah,
Who
so
thought we
thank
would
you.
have had 16 subscribers on YouTube?
16 subscribers is the
47
most I've
views.
ever had.
47 views.
Well, this is the
pretty
first
amazing.
time. Yeah.
No, but actually we're pretty stoked with that. Have podcasts up soon.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Thank you. But yeah, it's been a long session. We're out. That's it. I'm out.
Thank you.
I'm going. Goodbye.
Amino Energy
Amino Energy. Yeah.
for not sponsoring
Not
us.
sponsoring us, but you're welcome to. That's
5
it.
calories.
Yeah. Bye. I'm going.
Yeah. But if you have 5 of them, that's 25 calories.
I'm out.
And if you double that, 50 calories. It's just too much to be having. So actually, I didn't like this drink. Too many calories if you have 10 of them.